Hi guys, first thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel and please like this video and share it if you feel it'll be helpful for others. Yesterday I made a video on how to make the gift boxes and it was super rushed and I may have missed some things and I'm really sorry for that. I had a lot of people confused. um, I posted that picture of the gift box on the Facebook page and I didn't think I'd have so many people like and comment on it asking for help, and I had to get out the door and I was trying to be helpful, and so I made that video really fast, and then I corrected my mistake in the video later last night. But then I had lots of people messaging me asking me if I could show them how to actually put the box together once it's already cut. So today we're gonna do a tutorial from start to finish where we do everything in the Silhouette Studio, then we cut it, and then we're gonna put it together. So I'm doing a request from a member who asked me to make her something. My base is going to be a 12 by 12 sheet of gold glitter cardstock that I purchased from Hobby Lobby. It is the Paper Studio. It's a pretty thick cardstock and it holds up really well for the base of the box. Next, I'm going to use this pretty pink color. It doesn't have a sticker on it, so I don't know what shade it is. But I'm going to use this for my top. It's pretty thin, but it will be fine with the thick base. And then I use the same sheet of gold when I cut my happy birthdays and my letters out. I don't put it on the edge or anything, my words, so I'm able to just lift my sheet off of my mat and then just take my words off my mat, and I can reuse this sheet. I'm also using the Nakapa brand mats that are on Amazon. Sorry, my hands have paint. We're in the middle of redoing our bedroom. The Nakapa mats, you can get a pack of 3 of 12 by 12 or 12 by 24s for super cheap, like half the price that a Silhouette brand is, and it's the perfect amount of tack. And my first box I glued my happy birthday on with a glue stick because I had nothing else and I was in a rushed situation and a hot glue gun was just going to be too thick and it was too hot. And some people had mentioned to get a spray adhesive. So today I went to Hobby Lobby and this was all that they had. But it says that it is a heavy duty bond. It's easy to use. It's repositionable. It doesn't yellow. It's a clear color, controlled fine mist, and photo safe, whatever that means. It bonds to fabric, paper, wood, plastic, cardboard, foam, metal, and more. So we'll see how this works today. I'm hoping that it's better. It was kind of expensive. Hopefully you can see that. It was $11.99 at Hobby Lobby. And I used the 40% off coupon. So I saved a couple bucks, I guess. And this was the only option I had. So I probably would have went with a cheaper option, but I got, I guess, the best of the best, so we'll see how it does. So bear with me, stay tuned. If you already know how to do everything in the Silhouette Studio, just fast forward to the end where we assemble our box. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to start from the very beginning, just like I did in the other video, for people who may not have seen it. In order to find the file, the free 12 by 12 gift box file, you have to be a member of the Silhouette Cameo Fun Project Inspiration Group. If you're finding this video on YouTube, you will have to send a join request, and please make sure you answer all of the questions or else you're going to be denied into the group. Now, if you're already a member, you're just going to go down on the left-hand side of the group, click Files, then scroll down until you find the 12 by 12 box studio that Brittany Campbell uploaded to the group. You're going to download it, and then it should download onto your computer into your downloads file or folder or wherever your downloads go. Then you're going to go to your Silhouette Studio and you're going to go File, Open, and then click on that file, and then you'll open it up here. Now, this It's a Girl is what Brittany already had made, and I think that's awesome because you can see what it's supposed to look like, and that's how you know you did it right. We're going to make our own. So I'm going to go over here and mess with the top one. This is the bottom over here, and there's nothing you need to do to it at all. Just leave it alone. So we're going to start with the top. I am going to paste what I want to say. Whoops, make sure you don't move anything inside your box. Okay, I'm going to take my writing. I'm going to make it all black so I can see it better. Then I'm going to pick the font I want to use. Ugh, why is it doing that? There we go. I use Hello Wedding, and I found that on the Hungry JPEG. It was a free file when I got it. Now I'm going to adjust my writing to the way that I like it to be. Okay. Now I'm going to make this a little bigger so it's easier for me to see and work with. Make sure you weld because it's a scripty font. And I will say, if you do a font that isn't scripty and it's all individual letters, you will have to glue each letter on. So to save me from that trouble, I just kind of go ahead and take my letters that aren't attached and move them in. And then I'm just going to weld everything so it's easier to work with when I glue it on. Or I'm going to make a compound path, sorry. Whoops, no. I'm going to weld it again. Now I'm going to make a compound path. Okay, now from here, you're going to go down to the offset panel. We're going to offset it, and you can pick whatever you want, but I like for the whole thing to be attached. So I'm going to up my offset, and I just kind of play around with it until I get it to how I want it to be. And I think that that looks good to me. So I'm going to select all of it. I'm going to drag it up here, and I'm just going to size it down until it fits well into the box. Most importantly, you don't want to go over these dotted lines because those are going to be your fold lines. Those are the perforated cuts. So you want to keep it inside the dotted lines but outside this solid line here. And it doesn't matter how low you go. You could keep it in the middle of the box and it would still work. I'm going to put mine, I think I'm going to put it right here. I kind of like that. So that's how I want it. I'm going to take my font away. Then I'm going to select the inner box, and then I'm going to select the offset. And I'm going to go over here to the modify panel, and I'm going to subtract all. Then from here you need to remove your offset. Now, if you zoom out, you'll see that this all has become one piece. And so when you cut, your happy birthday will be cut separate and it will go right inside there. Now, a lot of people are having trouble with this. I think that one of the main problems people are having is when you download this file, all of this is one piece already, so you have to ungroup it or release the compound path to get each individual piece. Because if you're clicking your offset and then you're trying to click this small box but it's selected everything else, it's not going to do this. So try to do that. I know that all these red lines is super confusing and most of us are overthinking this, and just release all the compound path and then work from there. Now, I have everything the way I want it. I'm not cutting It's a Girl, so I'm going to select all of this and just move it out of the way. These little pieces, get rid of those. I'm going to select all of this and I'm going to group it so that way nothing moves. Move it over to my mat. I'm going to go over to the transform panel and I'm going to center it, make sure it's centered on my mat. Now, from here, I'm going to send it to my silhouette. And I'm going to select my material. I have picked my own material settings for this stuff. I have cut cardstock a lot, and the settings that are in the Silhouette Studio never cut right for me. So I played around a lot. For the heavy glittered cardstock, I use these settings. I use a 7 blade, a speed 4, and force 33, and I cut it 2 times just to make sure. Now, I'm cutting the pink paper, and like I said, it was a little thinner, so I'm going to go with my plain settings I have, which is a blade 3, speed 4, force 20, and I still do double cut it. So, 1 second, I'm going to cut my top, and then the same thing goes for when you cut the base. You're going to move this design out of the way, then you're going to cut your bottom. Oops, make sure you select all of it. Let's group all that. Group it. We will put it in the middle of our mat, cut that the exact same way, and then you will have to cut your words also separately. So that's 3 cuts, the top, the bottom, and then your words. So I will meet you all back when I have everything cut and we will assemble it. Okay, so I have all of my stuff cut. I left it on my mat so you can see what it looks like when it comes off. This is where my happy birthday is cut. And then this is the top. And I already started taking up a little bit of it so you can kind of see that. And then right here is my base. So I'm going to peel off the top first so you can see what it's going to look like. I first start at the edge and I just peel the edge off, throw that away. Then make sure you get these little inset cuts. Weed that out. And then you can see in the middle here is my offset cut. That will stay, and then this outside area is what will come off. And then there's a little bit of cuts inside, and I'm gonna weed those out. By the way, I got these awesome picks from Harbor Freight. It's like a pack of 4 or 5 of them, and sometimes they're in the electrician's area, and other times they're just on an outside shelf. They're just called picks. And they're super cheap. They're like $5. And I don't even touch my silhouette tools anymore because these are awesome. These little pieces come off, and then you just take your box top off of your mat. Now, from here, there's like these little perforated edges here. That's where you're gonna fold your box. So we'll fold all around. And 1 second, I'll try to give you a better view so you can see what I'm talking about. Anywhere there's the dashed lines is where you're going to fold. So, all of my edges are folded. Now, these little corners that stick out, that's where you are going to fold it and glue. So there's a perforated edge there, and you will fold it, put your glue on the inside here, and then you will glue it inside. And you do that all around the entire box. Now, I'm not going to glue the edges on this because I am mailing it to someone, and I don't want my box to get smashed in the mail, so I'm going to leave it unglued and she can glue the ends, but I will pre-fold it for her. Okay, now, there's that. There's our box, not glued but folded. And I will say, now that I have this done like this, before you fold it, I would weed out your words and glue your words on first, and then start folding it. That's probably how I should have started the video. Sorry, I just realized it's my mistake, but now you know. So, let me do the base. It's the same thing with the base, just you don't have to weed out any of the offset areas. So, weed out the outside. And those little inset cuts. And then the big middle, oh, there's no big middle, sorry. Okay. Let's see. Another thing I would do with the cardstock that has a sticker on it, I would remove your sticker before you cut your cardstock. Otherwise, it's going to show on the inside of your box. Sorry guys, this is kind of a tedious process. The edges of my cardstock didn't cut all the way, so I'm just trying to work with it and weed it out. Okay, the base is cut. Same thing, there's going to be the perforated edges, and you'll just fold along those lines. And we'll fold it again. Fold our corners. Okay, so my corners are all folded and they are ready to be glued, and that's our base. Now, let me show you how to put the words on. So I use the same sheet, I just move wherever I cut around, and I cut this down at the bottom here, and I just take my big sheet away, and then that leaves my words on my mat. And then I will just take my little pick and I will pick out the cuts in the middle of it. Sometimes it's easier if you push from behind a letter with the glitter cardstock. Sorry if you guys can hear my toddler. My husband's home sick from work today, and I took the opportunity to make this video for you guys. So he's being Mr. Mom while I'm locked in my craft room, and my toddler's asking where I am. Sometimes you have to pretend you're not there. Okay, almost done here. I'm getting glitter all over my pants. It is never going to disappear. This is probably the worst part of the entire box making process, is weeding out the little letters. And to get the inside pieces, I'll kind of just lift up from the bottom and then poke it out through the back. Okay, got my E down here. There we go. My R down here. Okay, I think it's done. I think it's all good. Okay, now, first I'm going to start with happy. I've never ever used this spray adhesive, so this might be like a product review for us. Okay, it says to shake the can, and then you spray 8 to 10 inches away, and you make sure that you're not spraying near anything that you don't want the spray to get on. So here I am. I'm gonna spray it and put it where I want it to go. You guys, I done went and folded my box upside down. I gotta fix it. Okay. That's why I said make sure you put your words on before you fold your box, so that way you don't fold it upside down. Now, this is the right way. Here we go. I was wondering why my happy wasn't matching up. Figured it out. Okay, so, oh, that works nice. I like it. So I got my happy on. Now I'm going to do my other letters, my other words. Let me try to move this down. That's not helpful. Sorry, I'm trying to give you guys a view of everything I'm doing. It's kind of difficult using a computer. Okay, let's spray the birthday. Okay. I wonder what this is going to be like on my hands later. Okay, I've got birthday on. Now let me get the name. You guys, this spray is amazing. Hold on, I'll show you once I'm finished with this name, but wow, what a game changer. Okay. All right. And I'm not even having to press very hard on my letters to get them to stick, and they just are on there. Look at that. That's awesome. I'm super excited about this. Let me try to make this kind of stiff for you guys, and I'm sure that this glue would definitely work for the corners too, instead of a hot glue gun. I have been using a hot glue gun, but this spray would probably work really, really well. I highly recommend. Let me get my top kind of situated so you can see what it's going to look like put together without it being glued on. The bottom piece goes on the outside, or the inside, and the top piece will be on the outside. 1 second, I'm kind of fumbling around trying to get my non-glued box together. Okay. This is not going to work well. I should probably tape it a bit. There we go. That's kind of what my box is going to look like. There's the gold on the side, and here's the pink, and everything's done, and you can just put it inside. I'm sorry I didn't glue it. It would look way better. But like I said, I'm mailing it, and I don't want the box to get smushed in the mail. But once you glue it, it definitely looks awesome. So I hope this is helpful. I have made 3 videos so far, so I hope this is the last one for people to understand, and I hope the person who's getting this in the mail is able to put it all together easily. I would say that if you are going to ship them, that you don't glue them. I'm going to lay all of it flat like this and send her this YouTube video, this clip on how to put it together, and I think that it is going to be scale out of 1 to 10, like easy 1 on putting it together for customers. But yeah, that's it. I will post pictures to include in this post because the lighting's not very good in here. Thank you for watching. Please make sure you like the page and you share our page in the video.